Hey guys, welcome back to La Gardenista Pharmacy. Priscilla here again today. Just doing some quick up potting of my Big Daddy collards. Don't judge me, that's the name of it. It's called Big Daddy collards. But I'm gonna let you kind of take a peek of the before and the after. I already took them out of the seed starting tray that I had them in. It's like a little greenhouse kit. So this is what it was in. Don't mind the sign. I had this sign in there to know that it was the Big Daddy collards. So I've pulled them out of there and I've put them in here, and now I'm putting 2 per pot. Okay, so this whole tray here will likely be Big Daddy collards because I have enough for about 36 or so, and if not, I can put him in some extra pots. But this is the first set of collards. I got another thing of collards over there working. Is a lot growing, although it may not look like it right now because it's a hodgepodge mess. But Big Daddy collards are moving up into bigger pots. So yeah. All right, so I'm going to take a few and I'm going to show you exactly kind of what I'm doing. So here's pot. I already got it filled up with potting soil, and then just poking holes in it, 2 holes, so that I can take these 2. So I've already separated them, right? And then I'm going to just take it like this and put it in the hole gently. All right, now my fingers are a little bit in the way. And I take the end of this, and you can use what you have. If you have actual tool, use a tool. Otherwise, use what you have. Don't let the fact that you may not have exactly what you feel you may need to do this stop you from doing it. Just find something else that you can use. And just be gentle with it. You don't have to manhandle the plant. The plant can handle it, but it's still a little seedling, so it will break easily if there's too much force, all right? So you take the other one, so I put the hole in there as well. Just fix the hole a little bit. You're gonna take this and drop it in that hole and use the bottom. I use the bottom of the knife, the plastic knife, and kind of just guide it down in there gently to get most of it down in there and cover most of the stem. All right, so that way, and that's a good way or good trick if your plants, your seedlings got a little leggy to begin with. That's how you can prevent them and try to keep them, their stalks a little bit stronger. Just plant up a little bit higher along. And just like that, I have upplanted 2 Big Daddies. I'm gonna do a few more and then I'll show you the after, okay? Here's another pot. Again, I already put soil in all the pots beforehand. So create 2 holes since I'm doing 2 plants per pot. And then here, so I've got them kind of clumped up, and this is kind of how I started them. You see this is a little leggy, but it had plenty of light. So you're going to break up the root ball gently to loosen up each one individually without manhandling it. All right, then I'm going to take 2 out, roots intact. So that's 1. And then I'm probably going to get 1 close to the same length. And sometimes they do get a little tangled, so. And then that's 2. Let's see. There's 2. Alright. So those are the 2 I'm going to pot up in this pot, and then I'm just going to continue doing it until I get through all of it. Yes, Max. Alright. Little person's calling me. Get that in there. All right, I'm back. I have to go tend to a little person. But yeah, and then you just guide it down as far down as you want. If that's not working, you can always feel free to use your hands. Just be gentle in pushing it down. And then backfill the dirt around the stem of the plant. Let's see if I can get you guys to see. Yep. And that's simple. And then since I closed up the other hole, just make another hole in there. Just make another hole in there. and dump the seedling right into the hole without breaking it. And then if you need more soil, you can always backfill with some extra potting soil. And just like that, got another 2 in there. See? Yep. And then I'll be back and I'll show you the after. All right, so I'm finishing up the last couple of them. Again, just taking it and dumping it in the hole. Oh, baby. Thank you. You're gonna finish watching Cocomelon? Wait, Max. And just dump it in the hole. Push it down. And it's covered. And it looks like that. So I ended up having 38, 49, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44 seedlings of Big Daddy, yes, Big Daddy collards. So I've got 2 per pot. This is 18 here, 19, 20, 21. I'm gonna end up using 22 pots to put all these seedlings in. And this, I know it sounds like a lot, but I've got a lot of surface space outside where I intend to do very dense gardening this year. I really don't want to see any space or rows in between, just enough space for me to walk to be able to harvest and not step all over the plants. But yeah, I want to practice some real high density gardening this year with my food, my herbs, my fruits and veggies, so that I can make the most of this 1/3 of an acre space that I have here in the backyard. So fill that up with soil, poke my hole, pick up my seedling. You see, a little cute little thing. And the crazy thing is like it starts off from a seed that is, let's see if I can get this in the camera, smaller. I don't know if you can see it. It is smaller than that. It is probably a fourth of that size. And that's how big this seed is for collard greens. A little black, tiny behind seed. And then this is from, I believe I started this on the 12th. So we are now on the 23rd. So that makes that 11 days. This is what happens. And then this plant, each one of these tiny little things gets to be about 2 feet tall, 2 feet wide. So that's a lot of food. And the more you clip, the more new growth grows. And, you know, you have plenty. But I plan to grow a lot because if you know, when you ever buy collard greens from the store, you buy this big old bag of collard greens, right? Then when you cook it down, it cooks down to pretty much nothing. So between the collards, between the kales, between the mustard greens, between the spinach, and so it's spinach, what other greens? Oriental greens. I intend to have a lot of greens this year. No joke. So I'm gonna fill this up and then we're gonna do the last 2 little ones. Yes, baby. What? Excuse me. What's the matter? One second. All right. So I've got this filled up here. I'm gonna create my hole. 1 second. And then these 2 are really, really tiny. Max, 1 second. 1 second, buddy. And I'm the type of person, I don't like to waste the quote unquote weak ones where a lot of gardeners would sacrifice it. Yes, Max. Want ups? Go clean your face first and then you can come ups, okay? Go clean your face. Go get white. Go get white. Clean your face. You got food all over your face. So I don't like to waste my seedlings. I try to give everyone an opportunity for life until they just go bye-byes. If they go bye-byes, I tried. Versus just, oh, you look like the weakest link, I'm gonna chuck you. No, because even the weakest link will still give you some type of food, even if you know, it might not be the prettiest. You'll still get food from it if it survives. And you'd be surprised how resilient these bad boys are if you just give them an opportunity and a chance at life. All right? And then you don't have to end up wasting the seed. So here are those two tiny little ones. And this is what I ended up with. So these all in here and these four here are all Big Daddy collards, and they were all in here. I know it says spinach, but the sign that I had it in was something different. So from in here, from tiny little seeds to now up potting them in here, and I'll show you in about 2 weeks time how these are going to be a lot different. I don't know if you guys saw the video where I started the hibiscus, and they were started in something that size as well. And look at them now. And I did the same thing. Don't mind the banana plant in the back. That's a tiny little one that seems to want to give me a little bit of issues right now, but it's okay. So that's how they started, the beginning of February or the end of January. What date was it? I don't know. Beginning of February, end of January. And they kind of looked like this size-wise, and now they're like that. So I will now probably clean this out, you know, refresh the soil and start some more seeds. And that is pretty much the nature of the game. You cycle. You just keep cycling. You start some, you up pot them, unless you put them in the pot where you're going to keep them in until you take them outside. And then if you don't have, you know, extra pots and stuff like that, you can just, if you don't have extra seed starting trays, you can use what you have, or you can use, you know, red cups. You can use whatever is more cost effective for you. Just make it happen. Don't let the idea of, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't know this, I don't know that, stop you. Even if it is one thing. You like peppers, grow one thing of peppers. Get a bag of pepper seeds, start like that. That's $1. Plant all of them, see what happens, and then go from there. That'll give you, you know, that confirmation that you can actually do it. It's not as hard as you may think, but we have to get to a point where we can relearn that life skill of being able to grow our own food, because the way these grocery stores are going nowadays, between inflation, between your food being contaminated with this, that, and the third, not knowing what they're putting in it chemical wise, it's a good idea to really learn to grow your own food so you know what you're eating. I'm just saying. But anyway, if you are enjoying the content, and if you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like and that share button, because there's probably more people out there that you know of that is looking to start gardening, or who is gardening, that can provide me with some lovely feedback. Share it. Any comments, leave it below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would like to see more of, and go from there. All right, till next time. Bye, guys.